Dr. Kempa here with the Joint Chiropractic. Today we're going to go over some stretches you can do when you're having low back pain. So we're going to start off on the ground with what I like to call windshield wipers. Technically they're called lower trunk rotations, but windshield wipers are more fun to say. You'll see why here. So you're just on your back. You're going to want to put your knees and your feet together, arms down to your side where it was comfortable, and all you're doing is letting your knees fall out to the side, just like this, which is why I like to call them windshield wipers. You might get a self-adjustment or hear that cavitation. That's totally fine. I just got one a second ago. And I would do 15 each way. You can do more if you'd like, but at least 15. And that's gonna loosen up this low back. You can do this whenever you're feeling tight. You can do it daily. Modification for that to loosen up the hips a little bit more, to isolate there, is just separate your knees and feet to shoulder width apart. And then again, you're just falling out like this. And this will be a little bit of a different stretch and you'll feel it. You can do whichever one feels better. You can do both. I would try both and see what feels good. I like to do both. So again, at least 15 each way, and those are the windshield wipers. And then the other two stretches, I want to go over the classic ones. The first one, hamstring back here. Classic type muscle for anyone with low back pain. So we're going to want to stretch that out. I would recommend using some type of band for this. This I got like 20 bucks off of Amazon. You can use a belt, a pillowcase, a sheet, a sweatshirt, whatever you want. Something to grab your foot right here. Putting your other leg down, we're going to stretch this right hamstring here. And all you're doing is trying to keep that leg fairly straight at the knee and just pulling your foot towards your chest, or up towards your head, I should say. You'll feel a stretch back here. You just want a decent, like 80% stretch. You don't want to stretch it as far as you can. We want to avoid any strains back here. We just want a good stretch. Do it for at least 10 seconds, and you can go up to 30 seconds if you'd like, holding it there. And then relax. You can switch the other side or just give it a little break and come right on back. And these you want to do at least daily. You can do multiple reps, at least 10 to 30 seconds a few times. The idea is with these stretches, you want to consistently do them because you want to lengthen this muscle over time and loosen it up. So if you just do it every few days when you're having low back pain, it'll make you feel better in the short term, but long term, you want to lengthen these muscles. So at least every day, you can do it more if you'd like. And again, do both sides. If you're feeling much tighter on one side, you can do a little bit more on the other, on the tighter side, but just stretching out this muscle back here. And that'll help walk that low back pain, because this is going to tug on your pelvis, pulling you down, put a lot more pressure on those low back muscles that are really small and probably overfiring and causing a lot of low back pain if you have it. So we want to stretch those hamstrings out. The third one here is the stretch for the piriformis. You can Google this muscle if you want to visualize where it's at, but it's a muscle under your glutes here that goes out like this. We want to stretch that out. So start like we did in that first one, make a figure 4. So I'm just crossing my right leg over my left leg, and then reaching your right hand to grab the back of your leg, and the same thing around the other side here with your left hand, and then pulling that leg towards your chest. And you'll feel that stretch right here in that piriformis, which is under your big glute muscles right there. Just pulling forward like that. Again, all these stretches, just about an 80% stretch. You're not trying to overdo it. Just like that, at least 10 to 30 seconds. And you can relax, come back, and go for some more. And then always switch to the other side. See how tight we are there. Stretching out this left piriformis right here. If you're feeling too tight that you can't reach back here, just take that band or sweatshirt or whatever you're using, put that around your leg, and you can use that to assist you to pull forward like this. And that's what you do that. So I also want to show you a different way to do that. If for whatever reason you're at work or somewhere where you can't get on the ground, it's just too dirty, you can do the hamstring and piriformis stretches in a chair. So just take your chair, sit down on it. You can't be back like this. You have to come to the edge of your chair, so be careful there. You want to be on the edge, otherwise you won't feel the stretch. So if I'm going to get this left hamstring, you're putting that left leg out like this, straighten it out, and you're leaning your chest straight forward like this. And you'll feel that stretch right here. Avoid, the classic mistake you want to avoid is bending your low back and having that flexion in your low back. I feel that stretch here, but again, we want to avoid this forward flexion when we're having low back pain. We want to have a nice neutral spine, leaning your chest forward, and you'll feel a lot better right there. Switch. Do the other side again, chest forward. And the way to do the piriformis stretch when you can't get on the ground, you can use the chair. Just cross a leg over. So we're going to get that left piriformis. Make that figure 4 again, and again, leaning straight forward like this. You can hold your knee right here so it doesn't come up too much, so you can feel the stretch a little better, like that. Again, avoid this thing. Nice neutral spine, like that. Switch over. Getting that right piriformis here. And those are the 3 big ones we're going to go over today. Windshield wipers, hamstrings, piriformis. That's what we got for you guys. We'll see you on the next video.